Hello. Who's with me? I see three people. Wait a minute. Let me wait a minute. I apologize for the delay. Beautiful people. Let's see who's here. Okay, I'm gonna put that on mute. Really, son? My speakers. Um, hello. Who's here? Up five, up four, four. Numbers are jumping. Okay, that's weird. My phone's not cooperating with me right now. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Everybody okay? Okay, I'm just gonna turn you off since you're gonna make a bunch of noise. Sarah, what's going on, sis? Bye. God is blessings. Reverend God of Charmaine is in the building. Oh my goodness. So I call myself trying to have my little music playing on my speaker. Hola. Hello. Trying to have my music playing and my little speaker. And she's not cooperating tonight, so we're making it do what it do. How y'all feeling? Y'all cool? Sarah Luboa. Did I pronounce that right? I don't think have we met yet, sis? I know I've seen you around, especially in these Facebook streets as they call it. Can y'all hear me okay? Yes. Reverend got a shaman is chill. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored to have y'all here with me again tonight. So I had a list of things I wanted to talk about. And yeah, it's good. I'm glad you're doing well. That's awesome. I had some things I wanted to talk about, and this day has been very interesting. Very. Oh my goodness. But I'm glad I've gotten through most of it and am able to sit in front of y'all and talk for a second. Um, let's see. Oh, I recently had a conversation with a friend of mine, and a statement was made, and I thought it was pretty interesting. The statement was, and Tanisha Washington is here. Whoop whoop! Hey, it's a diva party in the house. Okay, my divas have made it. So, oh well, Bride Guy hasn't shown up yet. Sunny from last week, they were like the MVPs. But I'm so glad y'all. You have no idea how glad I am y'all are here. But yes, anyway, the statement that was made was, um, a woman's weakness is a man, and a man's weakness is himself. Do you agree or do you disagree, and why? So I'm gonna make the statement one more time. And the statement was, it just came up in a conversation I had, and I was like, that's pretty profound. The statement was, okay, a a woman's weakness is a man, and a man's weakness is himself. Do you agree or do you disagree? Huh, ladies? Huh? 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 What say ye? First of all, do you think that women are weak behind men? Firstly, you kind of agree, Sarah? Is it Sarah? Did I pronounce that right? You kind of agree. Why do you kind of agree? We can be, okay? In what ways can we be weak behind men? The sensuous mystic. Thank you, Sarah, for confirming that I pronounced your name right. I'm about that life, about making sure I address people the way they want to be addressed, as it were, within reason. Um, but yeah, so we can be okay. Um, what about the statement about a man's weakness being himself? What's that about? How is it possible for a man to be weak because of himself or behind himself when we are not aware of our ability as women? Ooh, that part. I agree. I agree. Um, our ability as women, though, like, can we dig a little bit deeper? When we're not aware of our ability as women, our abilities to, is that about in reference to our abilities to um as creators, or our ability to create, or our ability to alchemize, or is it a little bit of both, maybe? Self-awareness as women. Okay. All right. That clarifies it. Um, so not being fully aware of who we are as women can knowing the importance of the needs of women. Hmm. Yes, I was weak chasing his love and loyalty even when he rejected me. I still tried so hard. He was weak because he hated himself. I see now he has no love for himself, so he couldn't love me. That is profound. That is profound. Nurturing, support, physical. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, Sarah. I'm opening up a little bit. I mean, since we're here, since we're sharing, I there have been more than one occasions, especially in my young adulthood, where um, I was, romantically involved, if you will, and several times with in several different situations, I came to a point where I had to ask myself, okay, who do you love more between you and him? Who do you love more? You know, and are you willing to continue the sacrifice of yourself um, without paying attention to um, what it's doing to you? You know, um, with the intent of hoping that this guy realizes who you're trying to be for him, as it were. So yeah, I dig that, Sarah. I've been there too. Um, how's everybody's week been? It's Thursday. How's y'all's week been so far? Anybody else want to chime in about the statement? That'd be great. That's why I grabbed my. Whoa! Wow! Absolutely, absolutely. You have to decide. At the end of the day, who do you love more? A man's weakness is not himself. It's the same for them, women. Hmm. Due to lack of awareness, the sensuous mystic, is that due to a lack of self awareness? Okay, okay. Desire, that part. Okay. Interestingly enough, when I first heard the statement, I actually fully agreed with the statement as it was, which is that a woman's weakness is man, and that a man's weakness is himself. I When I first heard that statement, I was like, that yeah, that makes sense. And what I based it on was, um, you know, a woman's desire to be desired, a woman's uh, desire to to feel appreciated, to feel. Ah, I think sometimes women try to fill an area of emptiness with a man. Tanisha says, but men do that too. Hey, Samuel Young, welcome to the party. So, for those of you who are just joining, I brought up a statement that was mentioned in a recent conversation, and the statement was that you're welcome. You're welcome. The statement was that a woman's weakness is man, and that man's weakness is himself. And what I was saying was that I actually, hey, welcome whoever's here, whoever else just joined. That's awesome. Um, what I was saying was that when I first heard the statement in that conversation, I actually fully agree with the statement on it at face value. And where I was coming from is that, hey, Bri Guy, welcome back to the party. Um, the the reason why I agree with that statement at face value was based on, um, my experience again, especially in my young adulthood as a woman. Okay, Samuel. Um, Tanisha, that. Hey, Jade, welcome to the party. Um, but the reason why I initially agreed with the statement on face value was that I'm gonna actually completely completely say what's on my mind. I am. Um, was that, based on my experience as a young woman, that was my heart's desire, was to be loved and adored by, you know, the man who realizes he can't live without me or does not want to live without me, you know. I wanted to belong to someone and I wanted someone to belong to me, but I wanted that person to want to belong to me, as it were. And again, based on, just experience, it has felt like, again, going back to those scenarios where, I had to make a decision. Okay, sus, who do you love more? Do you love this guy more or do you love yourself more? And in those times, the men that I was at different points in my young adulthood dealing with, I it seemed like they were consumed with hmm, with placating their ego, and thereby um, leading me to feel like that half of the statement was true. Man um, is his own weakness because of the or can be his own weakness um, if you know there's a need to continue to feed the ego, as it were. Um, let's see what we got going on. I think our greatest weakness is always ourselves. Now, Tanisha, I fully agree with that statement for man and woman, and here's why. Because after some more consideration, the bottom line is we all have individual choice, and we all are empowered in every situation we find ourselves in to choose, right? So, hey, Alice Davis, welcome. So, if I agree, Sarah. Ultimately, it's always I say yes, yes. Okay, getting pretty close to unanimous, if not completely. A man always thinks he can go back to his old stomping grounds if he knows that woman's weakness for him. Aha, Young. That's big. That's big right there. Um, that's really big. But what I was saying was that at the end of the day, we all have, yes, Sarah, that's truth right there. We all have power in any and every situation that we're in to choose. We may not necessarily necessarily feel empowered to be in or avoid scenarios, but when we encounter said scenarios, we do have the power to choose how we respond to or within said scenarios. Kevin Avakin, I think I said that right. Avakin, welcome to the party. Um, so yeah, I only partially the statement that was made to catch everybody up. In a previous conversation I had with an acquaintance, a statement was made, and the statement was that a woman's weakness is a man, and a man's weakness is himself. That was the statement that was made. And so we were discussing whether or not we agree with that statement and completely or partially. And if we do agree or if we do disagree, why? Like what are we basing our agreement or non-agreement on? So that's what that's about. I'm so glad y'all are here. What do y'all want to talk? Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Any dear Abby? I mean, dear Lala questions? Kevin, you retracted your statement. Why, sugar? Welcome to the party. Hey, Bry Guy, where are you? Are you still with us? What say ye about the subject? You all. Um, there was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about too. Hmm. Of course, ultimately, it's always ourselves. Do you feel we all have to battle ourselves in order to finally love ourselves? That's a really good question, Sarah. Sarah just asked the question, why do we sing? I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. No, Sarah asked the question, which was, do you feel that we all have to battle ourselves in order to finally love ourselves? And over time, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. How do y'all feel about that, man? Do you all think that we have to battle ourselves? I'm very confused, feeling like this topic is a bit deeper than expected. Which topic, Bry Guy? Which topic is deeper than you? Because I've mentioned two things now. What you talking about, sugar? Which topic? Come on, Bry Guy, you're a thinker. Yes, you are. Which topic? So the question that I opened up tonight's conversation with, am I talking about you? Of course not. Why would no? I think we battle what has been put into us, our experiences and trials and disappointments. Miss Tanisha, I'm with you tonight. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and going back to what I was saying earlier about our the fact that we are empowered. Even when what has been put into us, right? Our belief systems, our experiences, and our trials. Granted, some of that to whatever varying degree has been out of our control. However, how we encounter them, how we well not how we encounter them, but how we respond to them. Pardon me. How we respond to said empathy. Is that right? Empathy, impetusis, stimuli, whatever. However, however we respond to those things, those events, those occurrences, it is completely within our power to decide. So, you know, considering that, if I take a step back from the original statement that I made, um, based on previous conversation, which was that a man's weakness is woman. No, excuse me, a woman's weakness is man, and a man's weakness is himself. Well, actually, um, you know, we are the biggest obstacle standing in our own way. In order to really love ourselves, we have to be hurt to the core by someone who we really love to the core. Sometimes we take people for granted until we get hurt. Samuel, I'm curious, are you coming from a universal human perspective, or are you coming from a man's perspective with that when you say we? That's a really profound statement. Welcome, newcomers. Please say hi in the chat if you haven't already. Samuel, can you expound on that? Are you coming from a man's perspective with the statement that you made, or are you coming from a more universal perspective as a fellow human? Because I mean, you know, each is important in my opinion. It's important to be able to hear from the masculine experience specifically, as well as the feminine experience specifically. And then it's also important to address that there's wow, this is a recurring theme tonight. There's universality um, that in which things overlap. I'm gonna get to woo. I'm gonna get to why this is a recurring theme today for me. Ooh, ooh, wow! Moments of realization coming from my experience as a man who has experienced these emotions. Okay, silver rule: know thyself. Bright guy says most people don't grasp this simple idea. Social media has made this generation whores for attention. Ooh, ooh. Excuse the somewhat strong language. Kill me if I'm lying. And you're not. Stay alive, honey. Stay alive. Because you are. I was looking for the lie in that statement. I was looking real hard and did not. Results came back inconclusive about there being a lie. Completely. Yeah. Know thyself. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna try to keep my thoughts together because it's a couple of, not just today, but this week. Yeah. I'm gonna try to keep my thoughts together. Okay. So know thyself. Mm, mm. Um, earlier tonight, y'all know I teach. I'm a singer and a vocal coach. Hi there. A lot of my time daily is spent on being a vocal coach. Um, Time and energy, which I love and appreciate and am passionate about so much. Um, so tonight, I'm not gonna name any names, but earlier tonight I had a client who is a young um, Caucasian male, and he's interested in getting into um, classic R&B. You know, we did. I introduced him to James Ingram, and he's learned 100 Ways, which is a code. I'm gonna try my best not to just follow every tangent that jumps out at me tonight. I'm gonna do my best. But so yeah, he's learned 100 ways, and currently we're working on inner city blues. Yeah, Samuel, listen, that's what I'm just that gen- gentlemen, gentlemen. If you can hear me, that song, frankly, is the blueprint. Compliment what she does. Send her roses just because. Hmm? Mhm. If it's violin she needs, let them play. What's the next line? Good night, sensuous mystic. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for adding your wisdom to the conversation. I love you to pieces, and I'm grateful that you're whole. Thank you so much. Good night to you, sensuous mystic. Y'all say good night to sensuous mystic. So awesome, such a powerful woman. Like I learned so much from all of y'all, frankly. So yeah, this song, right? What's it? Um, mm-mm-mm. Something about her favorite song. Oh, dedicate. Her favorite song and something, something all night long. Ooh. Love her today. Find 100 ways. Man, listen, listen. Okay, if you men, if you've never listened to me before, okay, hear me with your heart and your ears. Okay, 100 ways is literally the blueprint. It's the blueprint. Get it? You heard me? I'm trying to tell them, Sarah. I'm trying. It's the blueprint. Okay, I'm done with them for now. So, this young man, if we listen closer to the lyrics, we can use them to advance our agenda. What agenda, Samuel Young? What agenda do you speak of? Eh? So, anyway, this young man, we are currently working on Inner City Blues. Okay. Now again, this guy, he's white guy, right? And Inner City Blues, is a cool sounding song, right? The do 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 do. Right? Cool sound. The bass line is a little hypnotic, right? Real cool sounding song. Yeah, yeah, bro, I gotta do a review on that song. You're welcome. You're welcome. It was free. No extra charge. So getting back to Inner City Blues. So it's a cool sounding song. But there's some hidden gems interpretively in that song. I'm gonna try not to preach too hard, okay? So he's working on his falsetto, which is a kind of fairly new phenomenon for him. He's definitely a baritone. Um, but yeah, he's working on getting comfortable with singing in falsetto and really solidifying that that and so we're using Marvin Gaye's Inner City Blues as one as an exercise in that. So it's pretty doing pretty good on it. But I really got into the interpretive aspect of singing that song with him tonight. And what I was telling him was that, um, first of all, he's 19 years old. Um, very much an intellectual. This guy is, and um, it's easy to have you know highbrow, you know, uh, beyond superficial conversations with him, which is, in my opinion, and I was telling him that, I said, listen, you give me hope for the future because a man of your age is able to go there without without making it something else. I'm getting to where I'm talking about. So I started talking to him from a standpoint of character breakdown, like who is this guy that you are personifying in this song. And so I took a step back from that and I said, well, tell me everything you know about Marvin Gaye. Tell me everything you know. Well, he's a musician. He's legendary. I'm trying to remember, what he listed. And then he said, I think he may have been kind of a leader, maybe. Granted, I'm just kind of outside of my range of knowledge, but based on what I know of the songs that he's written, he seemed like the lead. And so I kind of filled in the blanks, and I said, well, at least he was lyrically, he came from a standpoint of being socially aware, right? And so he agreed. Y'all still with me? Y'all still cool? Give me a one if you're still with me, because I think y'all are listening intently, which I appreciate. Right? Okay, true. So I was like, okay, so socially aware. So I said, so can we get to the obvious, right? Marvin Gaye is a black man who lived in America, right? I said, and so Inner City Blues was written around when? I don't know exactly, but around late 60s, early 70s. True. And so I said, now, let's dig a little deeper into where this guy's coming from in order to, well, let me pause for a second. So I led into the conversation by saying, listen, okay. So you decided you wanted to get into classic R&B, right? You decided you. And so what I said to him, very respectfully, is that okay? You don't, if you gonna get the benefits, okay, you got to understand the responsibility as well, okay? Because the thing about about um, art that is done, I'll just say it this way: art that is done from the African American experience, right? It's not just novelty. It's not just some cool little ditty we came up with. It's born out of the experience of being African American, to whatever varying degree that is. That is the truth. And so he immediately said, I know I listen, I'm a white guy. I know I will never know what it's like to be an African American man. And so I'm getting somewhere here. I promise I am. So we began to talk about, however, you know, this song is not just, some guy sitting on a lamppost late at night, or excuse me, leaning up against a light post late at night with his hat tilted down, smoking a cigarette, snapping his fingers, and singing a cool song. No, right? This is a man around the Vietnam era, right? Um, the history in place from where they're coming in order to fill the mid pretty freaking concisely, Sam. Exactly. Thank you. May I call you Sam? Is that okay? Or if I need to call you Samuel or Samuel, let me know. I'll do that. Um, but yeah, so I was like, hey, let's dig a little deeper. So African American man, late 60s, early 70s. We're talking, um, 1963. What happened in 1963? Even right? That's where, wow, that's where, JFK and MLK were assassinated, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so there's that piece, the social backdrop. Um, there's I'm getting messages and stuff too. I'm trying to stay focused. Um, there's of course, civil rights era per se. Vietnam is happening. People are protesting against Vietnam. There's the free love movement. There's a lot of stuff going on. Meanwhile, this guy literally Bernard X. Ah, is that who that is? Hey, um, this song is a list of grievances. That's what this is, right? Um, mm, 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 mm. Rockets, moonshots, spend it on the have-nots or something like that, right? Money, we make it. Before we get it, or before we get it, you take it. Make me want to holler, throw up both my hands. No, the way they do my life. They want to holler the way they do my life, right? Inflation, no chance. To increase finance, right? Da 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 da. So this is a guy who's listing his grievances about this experience. That here we go. This experience, in this time frame, from where he's standing on his square of the earth, right? And so I'm saying that to say this, getting back to why I even brought this up, that whole thing about there being overlap, right? So what I was saying to him was, I've never been a black man either. Black. I put quotes around black because my skin is not black, right? So to me, as a label, that's not factual. but it is what it is. Colonialism is what it is. So when I say black and I do this number, that's why. So I've never been a black man, but I am considered phenotypically a black woman. So there's some overlap there, right? Because of the phenotype aspect. You have never been a black man, right? Excuse me, a man. However, you are a man, right? And what I said to him was, now, have you ever had your manhood challenged on any level? He said, yeah, I have. I said, you weren't at all happy about that, were you? He said, no. I said, in fact, men take their manhood very seriously, do they not? Right? And he agreed with me. He was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, very seriously. I said, so um, you also, as a fellow human being, know what it's like to have the expectation of being treated the same, as well as anyone else, right? And he's like, yeah. I said, have you ever been in a situation where perhaps someone was treated better or more preferential? And he was like, yeah. I said, so in essence, granted, you haven't had this exact level or list of grievances, but you know what it's like to be slighted. So even though you don't have the exact experience, you do have the experience of being a human being, and you do have the experience of being a man to pull from. There are areas of overlap, right? Um, and that came up because of something that was said earlier in this conversation that that brought it to my about knowing yourself as intrinsically as possible. But the conversation that we had basically gave him a little bit of fuel, right, to work out a deeper connection with that song. And so what I also told him was that, interestingly enough, though you have not ever been a black man per se, your understanding of your being able to empathize with the concerns a black man has could make you actually um, an effective communicator of the message due to the fact that there are it may actually be more widely received from you than it would have been from him, especially in his time. That's my 2 cents. So I think I've talked y'all's heads off for the night. I didn't want to stay on here very long anyway. But how do you feel about this conversation that we've had tonight? Those of you who are left. What do y'all think about it? Should we do more stuff like this, do you think? Or what do you think? You tell me. You think it was awesome, Tanisha? Thank you so much. And thank you for your contributions tonight. So, so much. Um, my phone and my computer are about to die. Let me grab my chargers really quickly. I'll be right back. Did you miss me? Y'all miss me? Nice change of pace, Bry Guy. I know, like, listen, last time we clowned, didn't we, Bry Guy? We absolutely clowned. Oh my goodness. Clowned last time. I had so much fun with y'all. So should we do Thursday night live? Ooh, I like that. Should we have a standing date on Thursday nights, everybody? And call it Thursday Night Live? Let's see what we got. Musicians from that era, Samuel Young says, or Bernard Hicks, the homie, said musicians from that era had to use their platforms, which was music, in order to phone just died. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna try this again, y'all. I should have plugged it on up before it died. So I can't see you all's comments unless I'm reading them from my phone. It appears I can't see your comments And unless, oh, huh, I may have just found a workaround. We shall see. Un momento, por favor. That was bad Spanglish on purpose. By the way, one sec, y'all. I apologize for the short delay because I don't want to. I don't want to not see y'all's comments. I don't wanna. You know what? Almost there. I think I can. I think I can. I think. Who's still with me? Let's see. I'm almost there, y'all. It's taking a while too. Come on. Trying to get back to you all's comments. So I can see what I can see. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Maybe, perhaps. The anticipation is killing me. Okay, I think we're good. Make sure I turn the volume off on there. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm on to something. Come on. So I see my video in the window. I'm just waiting to get your comments back up now. So I've got three things I wanted to ask you all in closing. Okay. The first one is, what did you think about tonight's? Oh, got it. Okay, tonight's conversation. What did you think about tonight's conversation? Secondly, do you think hey, do you think we should do a live every Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel? And third question is, do you think I should call it Thursday Night Live? What do you think? Or should we call it Lala's World Live? I don't know. What do you think? Let's see what we got. See. Samuel Young, also known as Bernard, a lot of musicians from that era did. Bright Guy said it was a nice change of pace tonight from us goofing off like we did last. Bright Guy also said, not on my watch, not if I can help. Yeah. Um, Tanisha Washington, what were you saying sure about? You answered sure about something. I because of the drama of stuff trying to die and charging and stuff, I missed it. I'm sorry. Samuel Young also said, I enjoyed it. It gave me an opportunity to focus on legal issues. So, Bright Guy, what am I doing? La la la. Okay. You asked me what am I doing? Wait, so initially you said do that. I think you all were responding to me asking who all for that. Um, Samuel Young says that I should call Thursday night's La La Live. Tanisha Washington answered, "It was awesome. Tonight's discussion was awesome. Thank you for that." Two, yes, I should keep doing Thursday nights live, same bat time, same bat channel. And three, the first one is good. So Thursday night live is cool. Live in Lala's world. I like that, Jade. That's keep it as it is with Lala World. Okay, okay. Tanisha Washington says Thursday. Thursday, everybody. Things and things. That's cute. All of them. I agree. All of them were. Love you, CC. Hey, be safe out there. Samuel Young, thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. I'm getting ready to sign off too. Does anybody have anything else to say before we close for the night? About anything? About anything? 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 Okay. I'm gonna give it another. Whenever I post with people, because I want to, I really, honestly want this to become a part, like honestly, a meeting of the minds and one big party where, we all leave, a little bit, I don't know, a little bit better than we came, or a little bit more refreshed or refined or re whatevered than we came. I think this is fun interacting with y'all, and I thank you so much for joining me. Remember, I'm here for you. Got it. All right. So I'll see you all next Thursday. Y'all have a good night in the meantime. Ta ta.